What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? Two wonderful, beautiful black women set out to create an all-black community in Georgia, central Georgia, as a way of dealing with 400 years of oppression. And wouldn't you know it, dun, 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 they met opposition. Some people don't like it at all. They are pissed. The women said that they want to create a tight-knit community for our people to just come and breathe. See, that's important in America for black people, because just to exist is a challenge, because there are those who oppose that blackness. Just the idea of blackness just kills them, destroys them. Ashley Scott, a realtor from Stonecrest, Georgia, who was driven to seek therapy by her reaction to the shooting death of Ahmaud Arbery, a young black jogger in a white neighborhood, said that after several sessions, she realized that her problem was 400 years of racial oppression and trauma dating back to the establishment of slavery in North America. With her friend Renee Walters, an entrepreneur and investor, she founded the Freedom Georgia Initiative, a group of 19 black families who collectively purchased 96.7 acres of rural land in Toomsboro, a town of a few hundred people in central Georgia, with the intention of developing a self-contained black community. The space will have small homes for vacation use and will host weddings, retreats, and recreational functions, and may eventually evolve into an incorporated self-sustaining community. What y'all think about that? I think they should have kept quiet. I think they should have moved in silence, because it's just something about black progress that scares the hell out of some people. It's something about black people doing for self. The funny thing is, they're always talking about how you do for yourself. Everybody else is doing it. Why can't you do it? Why can't? And when you do it, talk about throwing rocks and hiding your hands. They're acting like there aren't people at the permits department that drag their feet on getting the black man and woman the paperwork they need to proceed. They act like there aren't jealous-ass racist cops just patrolling the streets, harassing black business owners. Yeah, like they're not going inside of the black establishments, picking out every little thing, trying to hit them with a violation, harassing customers, harassing the citizens, the residents. This is what we have to deal with. They should have kept quiet. Nah, they should have kept quiet. Check this out, fam. This is how the hate came down. Now, just hearing the story, face value, a normal person would just say, well, that's a good thing. If you're one of those people that say, like, well, they always want a handout and they need to be doing for self, and, well, we did, why can't it? When you see them doing it, shouldn't that evoke some type of praise? Like, well, good for the Negroes. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Shouldn't that be the reaction? But no, you go to Breitbart and you read comments like this. Just imagine if a couple of white folks tried to create the white version of this. Yeah, racist. How is this different? Another commenter. If this place becomes a reality, Whites could sue for being refused entrance based on their skin color. Another commenter, whose tax dollars do you think are going to build it? Pretty hard to sue the same government, siphoning your paycheck to fund the very things meant to exclude you. Another commenter, lost in all of this is that communities like this already exist. They're called Detroit and Baltimore. Another one, I can't believe that lady is 400 years old. Someone responded, 400 pounds. In a year, they will be wandering around hands out asking for free stuff. They have never wanted to get with any civilized program. Too bad. Oh, by the way, they spelled two, T-O. This is the ignorance that is spewed all across America daily. These are the misrepresentations of Black people. It's funny how they always talk about Black people being lazy and wanting free stuff. And Trump is giving all this free stuff to his buddies. It's funny because Black people don't represent the majority of people that's on welfare. You know? Statistics say something different. It's funny. They say we're going to be asking for handouts and trying to call us lazy. We weren't lazy when we was out there in them fields picking that cotton for y'all asses. Building this country up. We built the infrastructure of this country. Never forget that. Got to start somewhere. And it started with our free labor. Yeah, free as in never got paid for. Free as in where's them goddamn reparations? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. They got the nerve, fam. Like, how do you find something negative to say about that? These are people that's doing for self. And they still try to find a way to say, oh, yeah, in a few years, they're going to become right crawling, begging for help. Did they crawl and beg for help this time around? They ain't actually for shit. They got it out the mud. Did it on their own. But even when you go and you educate yourself, these women are investors, realtors, entrepreneurs. Even when you elevate yourself above the fray and you go out and do all the right things, you educate yourself, you make sure that you're skilled, you go out there and you compete fair and square, and they'll still try to put you in that box and try to make these sweeping generalizations about how Black people are. But somehow, some way, they're held to their own marriage. Trying to call us uncivilized. Uncivilized Black folks? You mean the people that taught you everything you know? We ain't gonna get into all of that. Uncivilized. What's uncivilized is taking people by force, murder, rape, brutalization of a whole people, raping and pillaging a continent, dragging human beings from their homelands, stripping them from their culture, stripping them of their culture, their heritage, their language, busting up the families, shipping them all over the place. Different countries, different regions of the country. Raping men, women, girls, boys, babies, feeding infant babies to alligators, plucking out people's teeth because they refuse to work another day for free, forcing them to eat so they can be strong enough to go out in the fields and work. Marginalizing, redlining, planting dope, pushing dope, dropping off guns into their neighborhoods so that they can harm themselves. Injecting deadly medicines into their bodies, lying, telling them that it's some type of cure. It's supposed to help them. Bombing entire towns of Black people out of jealousy. Robbing, stealing culture, stealing inventions. Robbing, murdering. Shooting Black people in the head, in the back, in the foot, in the neck, anywhere you can hit. 40, 50, 60 times. Acting like, talking about you, feared for your life, when all you saw was a Black target, sending Black folks off to war to fight for America. And when they come back, lynching soldiers, and in the same breath, brag about how much you love the military, how much you love and appreciate soldiers. The hypocrisy, the audacity, the cardacity. You got the wrong one here, partner. They hate us so much. They don't want to be around us. And they're proud of that. When we decide we don't want to be around them, they got a problem. Oh, what do you mean you don't want to be around us? What do we ever do to you? That's sick, fam. That's a sick mentality. This is a combination of jealousy, hate, and control, or lack of control thereof. That's all this is about. How dare you go out and do something without our permission? How dare you go out and make some money, build something, and not include us? I tell you something that they better do real fast, and that's incorporate. Because if they're under this other municipality, then you know they're going to get harassed. They got to go through them to deal with permits and all of that stuff. So you're still dealing with an oppressive governing body. Now, the move would be to incorporate immediately. Get your own police force, your own permits department, your own school board, your own bank, your own hospital, your own gas station, everything own. Because reading these comments, and it was over 7,000, it was almost 8,000 comments. And I read a lot of them, fam. And not one was a good one. I mean, every single one of them was attacking the women. That's some jealousy for your ass. That is some sick ass jealousy. Not one favorable comment. And I read a few hundred. Not one. I want to send a big shout out to every single person that commented on that article in Breitbart who has something negative to say about those two sisters. Your mama should be embarrassed and your daddy should have pulled out. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?